Railroads. Present. My experience with trains. Iron Horse Rail Camp, Carson City, Nevada. I attended the Iron Horse Rail Camp for 5 days at the Nevada State Railroad Museum, where they have an authentic train depot and offer train rides to the public. There is a railroad museum on site with interesting and historic information and displays. They are most known for their world-famous Inyo locomotive, the 25 locomotive, the last operating McKean, the 401 motor car, and their knowledgeable and caring staff, volunteers, and teachers. From the very beginning, I felt like I was a part of the team. The work was hard, it was hot, and the days were long, but I would not trade this experience for anything in the world. I was taught all aspects of working on the railroad: brakeman, flagman, conductor, motorman, fireman, and engineer. You have to know all of the ins and outs of every job in order to work for the railroad. Here I am operating the shunting tractor called the Dinky. The Dinky is used to pull and push locomotives and train cars around. It may be small, but it is one of the strongest trains at the museum. This was the first time I drove any type of train. After David taught me how to turn the key and operate the controls like the brakes and the throttle, I was ready to depart. Of course, we learned all of the safety rules and regulations well before getting the chance to drive. This hard-working little 401 motor car was built in 1926 by the Edwards Railway Motor Car Company in North Carolina. It was used to transport crew members around the railroad.
Is that good?
Yeah.
The McKean Car was built in 1910 by the McKean Car Motor Company of Omaha, Nebraska. Over 150 motor cars were built, and all of them were scrapped except one. The one that remains was restored to original condition, and it cost over $1 million to restore it, but it was worth every penny. It became a national landmark. Even though the loud motor is behind the driver's seat, and you have to look out the window to see because it comes to a point in the front, it was still so fun to drive. Number 25 is a 460 steam locomotive. She was built in 1905 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This famous engine worked as a mixed traffic engine because she pulled passengers and freight cars. Most of her sisters were unfortunately scrapped. Driving this locomotive was a dream come true. And boy, oh boy, was it fun.